Hey guys, and welcome to a new comic book / manga video. Comics, graphic novels, manga, all that kind of stuff. So today we're doing stuff on the used book sale. We have a library here that does a used book sale, and they can get stuff cheap. They have graphic novels, mangas, all kinds of stuff. You can get some stuff cheap. Now, I didn't get a ton of manga, or I didn't get a lot from me. They all pretty cheap, so sometimes I'll get them to take sale or do stuff with, but I did find a couple I needed, so let's take a look at those first. It's basically only free, but let's just jump into it. First one is by Tokyo Pop. It is Jim Hammond's Return to Labyrinth Volume 1. Obviously, I'm a big Labyrinth fan, and this is a manga on it. So they've done some comics on Labyrinth as well, so I'm down to read this and add to my collection. I like Labyrinth. And it has very much of that American kind of like anime style. I'm not against, but this is a book I'm excited. So I'm down to give that a shot and read it. It's gonna be a probably fun little read. And we got this one, The Boy and the Beast Volume 2. This is based on a movie. There's a movie on this as well. I'm down. I've been wanting to, this is a movie that I do want to watch, and I know there was a manga based on it, so happy to read this. This is Volume 2, so I can't really read, I don't want to read this one unless I get Volume 1 or I've seen the movie. Yeah, I'm happy to get that though. These were like $3 a pop, so it was pretty cheap. And the other one I got for my collection is Dead Man Wonderland. It's another manga I've been wanting to read, but this is Volume 4. I don't know much about it. I knew it was on, at one point it was on Toonami, but yeah, other than that, I don't know too much about it, but it always looked like one I'd be interested in, so I decided to pick it up Volume 4 for like a couple bucks. I was happy. So like I said, only 3 books I needed. Everything else was stuff I already had, or stuff I didn't collect, or mangas I don't get, or they were library copies, and I don't usually buy the library copies because those are a bitch to clean and sometimes damaged and stuff. It's just not worth it. Unless it's the only time I'll get a library copy for myself if it's a rare book like Ultimate Muscle or something that you can't really just find at all. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind those being library books because they're just kind of rare and a little bit on the weird side. But stuff I know I can get non-library, I'm not gonna do that. And they're not worth getting really to sell either unless they're those type of books like I said as well. But next we're moving on to graphic novels, where most of it basically is graphic novels. But these two fit in more like the young adult graphic novels, but it's a fun series. It's Amulet. This is Volume 1. I thought I had Volume 1, but then I came back and looked another day and I was like, oh, I don't have this. I thought I did. I did have it at one point, but it was a crappy copy. And then I thought I got another copy. I must have been a better copy of something as well, so I got rid of it. So I have now Volume 1 again. I'm definitely excited to read this. The book I believe has finished. This is a fun young adult book. Fantasy young adult book. It's really good. And then we have Volume 2 as well. I believe I picked up Volume 3 or another volume recently or something. I don't know. I also have a later volume, like 7 or 8. I have another later volume. But this is another fun, like I said, young adult book. Happy to get those for like $2 or $3 a piece. That was nice. Now moving on to actual, like, I guess adult or like what you expect regular graphic novels. Next thing we have Leave It to Chance. This is by James Robinson, Paul Smith. This is a series I've heard about. I've never actually read it, but it looks good. It's 90s. It came out. It's by Home Edge Comics. Also by Image. Back in the day, they were doing this. They were doing all the Home Edge comics. Like Home Edge also did some of the Astro City stuff. This is a fun little series. I've seen stuff. This looks fun. Buy some creators I like, so I'm down to give that a try. Fun little book. This is another one I'm keeping maybe because of the creators. It's Knights of York. I'm assuming that Knights of York is between Knights of like New York, because they're Knights of York. This is by Jim Palmiotti and Justin Gray, who I just met. Jim Palmiotti really recently. Got some cool stuff signed. But this is a cool book. I'm like, I've not read this book, but it looks fun, and I'm down to read it because it has these creators in it. And then if I read it and I don't feel like I want to keep it, I can go get rid of it. But I like those creators. I'm down to pick up something by them. A lot of these books actually got really cheap because the last day, the graphic novel wise, because I got them on like before the last day, and she was going through stuff and trying to get prices lower. So got they actually want to sell stuff. The library didn't want to sell stuff. So it's like, hey, all the graphic novels, you can have them for $1. So I just went through and picked out anything I wanted or I could sell, because $1 really can't go wrong. I basically picked out mostly everything. Yeah, so most of these I got for $1. There's a couple I got when I first was there. So we have Lazarus, Book 1. This is a book by Greg Rucka. Really happy. I've not read this, but I've heard some good things about this. Decided to read this, so happy to give that a shot. We also have books 2 and 3. Really happy to get these happy, fun books. We also got 4 and 5. Another book, really happy to get and add to my collection. We enjoyed those, had fun with. I'm excited to read those. Don't know much about them, but they look really good. By creators I like, so that's nice. Next we have Jonathan Hickman's and Nick Prattas, The Red Wing. This is like a one saying. Looks great, love Jonathan Hickman, so I'm excited to read that. Like most of these I have not read yet. Know a lot about them, but I'm excited to read them. So next one is a library copy. I think I'll be able to clean up enough where I'm going to keep it. It's The Family Trade by Justin Jordan, who I do like. This is the, I think, first volume, but it might only be 1 volume, so I think that is another one I'm excited to add to my collection. We also have 7-2 Entity Volume 1, The God of Worship by Rick Miranda. Another book, looks really good. The art looks great. I'm excited to read that. That looks fun. We have Kill or Be Killed, also by Ed Brubaker and Son Solo. This book looks amazing. I'm excited to read this book. Haven't read it yet, but I've seen single things and it looks good. It's a mature book. Great. Now we're getting some of the Modern Warfare stuff. We got Cinderella, Fables of Forever. This is a miniseries by Vertigo. Happy to get this. I love Fables. I'm a big Fables fan of the Fable series by Vertigo and by Bill William Henn and stuff. And this is by Chris Robbins. That's not like the main guy, but it's a great book. I'm excited. Always happy to get more Fable stuff to add to the collection. Last couple books we have are, we got this Neil Gaiman, The Sandman, Preludes, and Nocturnes. Don't know if I'm keeping this because there's so many different collections of the Gaiman, Sandman books. Don't know if I'm keeping this one or not, but I wanted to show it off just in case I did. But might not be keeping that one, not sure. I gotta look, because there's so many different collections of the Sandman books. Don't know if I'm keeping that one, but I saw this, had to pick it up. Somebody can return Volume 1. I even know I love this series, so like, why do you pick this up? Do you not have it in trade? I do have it in trade, but I decided to get the copy because I could get another Volume 1, and then this is a book I could get, like, if I wanted to get signed or do something, it'd be nice to have it. And eventually, if I did find a copy signed, or, either way, I could eventually sell it if I got to get signed. The last two books are my favorite books of the bunch. We got The Art of Jack Kirby. This is a great book. The cover is by Eastman. Eastman, from Kevin Eastman from the creator of Turtles. He has a introduction in this book. If I can find it. In this book, it has I don't know where it is, but it has a introduction here by Kevin Eastman of the Turtles. And this book is, obviously you can see on the top, it's definitely a little like damaged on the bottom. This is a really nice book, and I got this the last day, so I got it for like nothing. So I was like really happy to get that book. I'm actually using a book that I might not keep, but that one actually is cool, and I'm gonna keep it. And then we got my favorite thing out of the whole thing is Thorn by Jeff Smith. If everybody knows how big a Bone fan I am, I'm like the hardcore Bone fan. It's a really great book by Bone. I'm really happy to read this because Bone started out as a comic strip called Thorn back in the 80s, and I'm excited to finally get this and read everything I can about this book. This book's gonna be, I'm gonna read every page, even all the ones with just like a lot of text and stuff. I'm gonna read all of it. This book, I'm gonna sit down and read the whole thing. It's gonna be so great. At 15 bucks, that's probably the most expensive thing I got all week. The one thing I wanted the most out of everything I found. So yeah. So that's it for the stuff for this sale. I know it's a not super long video, but hey, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know. Talk about anything in the comments. If there are any of the books you like or read or have any comments on, let's talk about it in the comments. And you guys can always stay epic. See you next video, guys. Bye.